Like seriously? Yes. Because oh bikoko. Kati. Yes. Okay. Kwasi, Dochi. Like seriously? Chati Bweke?
What can you say about Zimbabwe as a country which is good for investment?
Yes, the people is quite well educated, nice, so we like this country.
And how much people do you want to employ? And
the factory for the ceramic and porcelain factory will hire, I think, up to almost 2,000 workers, local workers. And then we will train these workers to be expert to do the ceramic and porcelain.
So are you happy to work with the government of the day?
Yes, the government now is quite supporting us. So we are satisfied for
How are you working as local leadership here to support this investment?
Yeah, in as much as we welcome the investors, the first point is as Norton local leadership representing the Honorable MP Tembamlesa, we are happy about this plant opening. We have already employed a number of locals, which is something, employment creation, we much welcome.
So how do you intend to bring more people into this constituency to invest more into this?
Yeah, you see where the problem is. We need these Chinese to comply with the law, and we don't want honorable ministers to come and protect where they are defying the laws. So as much as they comply with the laws of Zimbabwe, as much as they look into the welfare of workers, the locals, we would also need to welcome more investors, because that's
the Yi Feng investment is a very welcome investment in Mashonaland West. It will absolutely boost our GDP. It will just skyrocket because, as you can see, it's one of the biggest factories that we have in the country, and I'm very happy that it's here in Mashonaland West. It is going to create a lot of employment, which it has already done so far, and we're looking at 2,000 workers who will be employed when it is running full course. So we're looking forward to that, and absolutely excited that Mashonaland West is going to be the best regarding our GDP. We're one of the best provinces with a lot of things, and it's a province that a lot of investors want to come to. So that makes me very happy as the Minister of State for Mashonaland West province.
So going forward, how do you intend to attract other investors into this province?
Well, we attract them because we have an ease of doing business. We have an open door policy that whatever challenges that they may have, we are there to help them to make their life easier, so that when they have the investment in Mashonaland West, they know that it will be well taken care of. So that is one of the best things that we have introduced, that if they have issues, even this company has come to our office, they've raised their issues, we've intervened, and that's why we're here today. And we're inspecting on the progress and looking forward to the grand opening of the ceramics tile factory in Mashonaland West. And it means that people now don't have to go to South Africa to buy their tiles, which means that it's going to save a lot of Zimbabweans a lot of money, because then it will be available here. And not only for domestic, but they will also be able to supply internationally. So that's a good way of foreign currency coming into the country as well. So we're very excited about this investment.
This is my third time visiting this plant, and tell you what, each time we come here there is significant improvement, progress being made. The last time I came here they indicated that they needed about 2 months to complete their setting up processes. It's less than 2 months now, they've already started running their machines, test running them. This tells me that they have been able to expedite some of the processes. We have been working closely with them throughout the way to make sure that we are dealing with any bottlenecks. And I must say it's been a good experience, because through this investment and quite a number of others, we have been able to also identify bottlenecks in our systems, and as government we are also improving our responsiveness. For instance, they were having serious problems with clearance at the borders. We have spoken to Zimra. They have been able now to assist them clear some of their consignment on site, so that it reduces the time they spend at the borders. But more than that, we are talking of high sophistication here. This equipment is mainly automated, and when we're talking of automation, when we're talking of leapfrogging in terms of technology, this is the kind of foreign direct investment we want to attract, because we know that the cost of production is severely reduced, making our products more competitive. This plant, 25% of its production is sufficient for local consumption, 75% will be for exports. So it's even more important that it is a competitive product, so that it competes with the products in the region. So it's quite an exciting development. We are happy to be here on the Workers' Day. It's a plant that will employ not less than 2,000 people. We are quite excited about that, especially looking at the technology transfer. Our people are being trained on how to use this equipment, so we are quite excited.
Minister, obviously this is a very big investment. What does it tell about Zimbabwe's prospects as a safe investment for a safe destination for investment, despite all the negative sentiments out there?
Look, this is an investment that will be close to $30 million when completed, and it's an investment coming at a time investor confidence really is indifferent, if I may say. But we will continue as Zimbabweans to do what we are doing for ourselves, because we believe it's up to us to improve the investment climate. When we see such investments coming, to us it's good feedback about our efforts. We believe that they are buying our efforts to make sure that we improve our investment climate, ease of doing business included there. So we'll continue to improve. It's a continuous process. You have to also consider that we are also seen within the context of what others are doing. So we want to set high targets for ourselves so that we continue to improve. But such investments coming to us means that there is progress.
Let's talk about the ZANU-PF itself. How successful are its industrial policies as we see this type of investment coming out in the province?
Thank you very much. I think from the ZANU-PF perspective, you saw our manifesto, the direction that the president took, that Zimbabwe is now open for business, and us trying to create this environment to attract investment. And when we toured this facility, it speaks to what ZANU-PF has been telling the electorate during the July elections, that Zimbabwe is now open for business. We want to create employment. We want to attract investors who come and set up industries here. And this is a massive factory. We toured it with the Minister of Industry and the Minister of State to just have a feel of what they are doing here, and we are very much impressed with the facility.
As the legal advisor to the president, but more importantly in this province is the political head. And for us from industry, just to appreciate what's going on, to hear maybe if there are any teething issues you are starting your equipment, your machinery now. so that as government we support this project. We want to see it come through. Yeah. That's why we are here. I don't know if maybe they might add them.
Yeah, I think we have summarized it.
Yes.
I haven't been here. This is the first time.
Oh, okay. Oh, we are meeting for the first time.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my bad. He's Honorable Minister Zimbabwe. He's the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. But in this province, he is the chairman, Zambia chairman. Yes.
For the party.
Yes, for the party. Yes. I think others, yes, they are officers, and we have media as well.
What's your name?
My name is William.
William is
William.
Son
William Gong. Gong. G-U-N-G. Gong.
or Gong.
I'm from Hong Kong. Hong Kong.
Okay.
So I'm the only one director who can speak English.
What is that?
He speaks very well. He can write very good.
Very good English.
I've started learning Chinese so that when you write in English, I respond in
Then now, this plant, we got 33 kV electricity power supplied about 5 days ago.
Oh, 5 days.
Yeah.
From Zesa.
Yeah, we have our own line there. But the line still need to maintain because some part of the pole is wooden pole.
Oh, you're still working on the concrete poles there.
Need to replace. So I'm writing an application to use the water treatment factory line.
I've written to Zesa. They said they'll get back to me.
Yeah, we need to have our own line first.
Yeah.
To make sure we will have our own line. So now it's done. It's this factory is supposed to start. That's when I got the power. But now I get a very easy. Is that big problem? Is that the coal? Because the fuel we use is the coal transfer to gas for fire. And now we got those coals from Wangi. Cannot make out enough gas.
The quality.
Yeah, the coal. So I need coal.
What type of coke do you use? The coking coke? Or?
Not cooking coal. It's industrial coal.
Industrial coal.
I don't know the engineer can tell, but this now up to now we got 2 types of coal cannot make enough gas. So we stuck. We stuck here.
I should have known you would have come with time. Okay.
And then everything now is ready. Now it's running, all motor start for test run.
Okay.
So I think because our managing director now is in 1 week, he checks everything by himself. Basically we have our trailers here. We import 10 trailers just for 1 year and manufacture coal.
So you're saying it's cheaper to use trailers than rail?
No, later they try to do it because now we need everything stable. Once we start the production, we cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
So that's the number one main mission. And also now we start the recruitment because this factory needs about 800. 800 workers for 4 shifts. Because 5 days work and we did 14 for and that now for the setting up and the construction keep going. It's about 630 local and 200 Chinese on this land. And then that workshop is tableware. Product will come out in July.
Okay.
That's 2.5 months, maximum 3 months. We start production and then another 400 workers. So
there is another issue, but we'll discuss it now that she is there, that you
I need some land.
Yeah, that's the issue that I'm
I need some land to set up accommodation for the workers. So I met the Minister of Local already, explained our situation. He told me that we need to set up those houses and then also apartments and this is sell to our workers. 80% of this our port area we did that. So we have some land and then we build house for the normal workers, the sky high building, 20 floor, 22 floor, and then one living room, 2 or 3 bedrooms, kitchen, washroom, and then for supervisor they have house, and then manager, bigger house. Planning to do that. In the meantime, we will wall this area, and outside we set up a shopping mall. For them, buy supermarket, shops, entertainment, hospital, restaurants, and all that. And so, because if 2,000 workers times 5.6, this country at least family members. That's about 12,000 people. So in China, 12,000 is small village.
It's a small village, yeah.
Here maybe a small town.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we need plan that.
So, I think it will need the Greater Norton planning to see where these facilities best fit. So that if it's a mall, it's not exclusively for the workers. You have more people benefiting. But I'm glad he's getting also guidance from local government, which we should focus on. Anyway, it's a weekend, it's a holiday rather. We don't want to spend the whole time here. You are busy, I know. We just want to see what's there.
So we want to take a
Just to take a
walk.
She's Madam Boss. She has to
My word is law. Also, yes. Well, thank you for inviting us just to see the progress of Sunny Yi Feng and how far you've gone. We've got the office of the MP represented here, and perhaps they're also, because they're the ones who are on the ground, right? So maybe there's some things that they would like to highlight, and if we can give them that opportunity, just to so that they get clarification, and then when they report to their MP, because he's not around, then at least everything will be cleared.
Okay.
So representing the office is TC, Kodora, and
Sorry,
and then
But
Chris.
I think what we can do is, because we have another program that is going to happen in spring, we can do the tour, and then they can then interact with
William.
if you want to hear something,
And then
because with the next program.
that's the constituency office. Isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
the constituents office,
There's no
so,
problem.
because the MD sent
But
the,
why don't you come here in the same place?
Yes, you should do.
You wait for us to come.
Why do you wait for us?
I know I've been here before.
Oh,
that's
so-
fine.
so I think there's just a few
Yeah.
things that we
No, they
wanted to
can,
highlight.
they can highlight.
Yes,
It's
yes.
okay. I think later on, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Do you want to do, can you do it later?
No, they'll do it later.
And then with the,
It's just the two things.
oh, okay, is it
I
quick?
cannot take the two.
Okay, hurry up,
Yes.
so that we can move on. What is,
Unless if it concerns also us.
does it concern us as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Okay, so go shoot.
Especially the Minister of Justice.
Oh, okay, good.
With due respect to all protocol observed for the interest of time, I am Tonderai Godora, representing the office of the local MP, Honorable Temba News. Mr. William, the director, we have been here for some time over a lot of complaints, especially coming from the workers, working conditions, starting from long working hours, no safety clothing, safety wear. Even when you are going to do the tour, we have been taken through the industry before by Mr. Yusuf. We also witnessed that workers with no safety clothing. And there was a time frame which the company has put in place that by such a time we will be clothing, but up to now, nothing happened. Then secondly, the issue of aspiration, there are not enough toilets. Let me say there are no toilets. They are using bush toilet just behind that store building. That's where they are doing that. They are going to that bush toilet under the security guards, fearing that maybe when they were going to the bush toilet, they may pick one or two things and hide into the bush. So the situation is not good in terms of health facilities and the like. Then the other thing is the issue of local leadership from the councillor, MP, probably the chief. There is no any record of the local leadership, even in terms of employment and the like. People are just coming from Norway, not even from Norton, most of them. Then lastly, the issue of the HR manager. We received a report that the HR which was here, which came from Harare, was fired. He was abusing, especially the ladies. He was even dodging the monies from the workers. For example, changing the contract, maybe this company said I will pay $100. Then when the contract is going to a worker now, because he was a mediator in HR, he would play his games, and most complaints which were coming from workers were being caused by the HR. Since they fired that HR, we now news that they replaced another HR, and MP was putting on their table if they could have an HR from Norton who knows and the contents of residents. Then lastly, he is just putting across to the ministers that he wants to, in his dream, the dream of the company in moving forward, they also need a residential area. They need a piece of land, building shops, which is a very good initiative and development. But all these things are not even coming through the rightful channel. So they are using bottom to top approach instead. They are using top to bottom approach instead of using bottom to top. That's where all things are not working well. So briefly, those are the, I would say.
Okay, but I thought you will include concerns and also the positives. How can it be all concerns throughout
in terms of positive, just outside the gate, there was no shade for those waiting for employment and the like. So we even wrote to them asking for that. Today when I came, I saw there is a shade which has been just elected. The issue of toilets, maybe we were
setting up a lot of new toilets.
Still.
If you encourage them to join a workers or to form a workers' committee,
they
because
deny.
the office of the MP is not a workers' union.
Very good, Minister. We even lobby for that. There must be a workers' committee, and they put the workers' committee in place. Within 2 weeks of working, the whole workers' committee was fired from work. And as we are speaking right now, they are not even here. Maybe when we asked, there were a lot of stories. So basically, what I, as the office, what we then realized was between the Chinese and the workers, they are interpreters. Our own black people who are the interpreters. Sometimes they are misinterpreting, they are misrepresenting the Chinese to the workers. That's another complaint which is coming from workers, and we even saw that sometimes. So as the office, we explained to them that we are just coming for oversight. Legislative does not even intervene in how much do you get or so, but we do the oversight. Is fairness being practiced in terms of law? Has been health inspectors here before? Has been in this office, this ministry here before? Even the Minister of, even the EMA for Environment, we told some time back that they even blocked from the gate to access entry from this company. So this company is, while least it is doing good in terms of creating employment and thinking big, but they are not working with the responsible authorities.
Okay, I'm sure he has heard, and maybe it's really not for us to respond or comment on, but it helps us. It helps us to know what's happening. I just wanted to get clarity on the issue of top to down approach on accommodation. What it means, and because I know that he has spoken to the Minister of Local Government, but perhaps what you have thought was the appropriate channel.
Okay, thank you. It's not the only thing. In simpler terms, there is not on town council, just in simpler terms. That's the authority on the ground. So even to copy to them on their way to the minister. Minister is the rightful person to approach, but they are not even copy to them. So that's the top to bottom approach which I'm highlighting about.
Okay, well, you have heard, you will deal with that, but also use the office.
Is this part of Norton municipality?
Yes.
Where does it end?
Well, this was a farm.
Zinawashe farm. Yeah. So my Zinawashe farm was part of Norton municipality.
Was it not?
No. You cannot have a farm being part of a town.
It's Chegwood.
Yeah.
It's the living to Chegwood.
No. Let's get it clear. In terms of laws, the appropriate person that would then designate that the change of use from agricultural to urban is the minister. The local authority cannot change. The change of use is done by the minister, and then he gives the local authority.
I'm talking about.
So this land is not part of Norton Town Council, but it can be. It's part of Norton constituents, which are two different things.
Yes, you are right there. I'm just correcting myself. It's under Chegwood District Council, which Mr. Zogwe is the CEO. So it's just the same. As I said, minister is the right person, but in terms of communication, you go through this and this and this and this.
That is okay. I think government should communicate itself.
Government knows how to communicate with
But the one thing that I will say, gentlemen, is if there are no toilets here,
there is actually, I'm sorry. Leader,
I think we've had issues.
Thank you so much, Juan. And it's our duty and desire to support you as much as we can. It's a good story to sell. We want to make sure that you are comfortable here. We are happy with the progress made, but also just to highlight that the issues raised are important. We don't want them taking away the good stories. Let's work on the issues of toilets. I think it was important to also get to understand how things are done here. In my constituency, where we are building a school, before you go there, the starting point is to have toilets, aspiration facilities. We are more worried about women. For us men, yes, it's important, but yeah. So I'm happy they have already started working on that, and let's get it well sorted. Other issues, I hope you are working closely with the local leadership. It's everyone's best interest to have that good working relationship. I also believe they are there to help you. I believe they raise these issues so that when they are addressed, you have a better working company, and that's what we want. We want to make sure that you are working well. We are happy with the people employed. The numbers are quite good. If we had 4 or 5 such companies, we will be quite far. So thank you for this, and we will keep closely working with them so that we can adequately prepare for your official opening. That's what I can say for now.
Thank you for the talk. I think you're doing a good job. Like I said, I'll pass through to see the progress. I always pass through this one. So we appreciate the kind of work and investment that has been put in. I think it's a good story for my colleague to say that this is what Zimbabwe is offering. That's the investment climate, and this is what we want. And like I said, we'll always be there to assist you if you have any problems politically or otherwise. We will be there. Some of you is the only part. If you have any problem, you can tell me. I am sure that the relevant local authorities they address those issues. Likewise, to the office of the MP, if they feel they have any problems, they also have to approach us so that we know it should not be a fight between the two of you. ZANU-PF is the party that is governing, so it should not be a tussle between the office of the MP. I represent the government much as I represent ZANU-PF. So the oversight is on government and what government is doing. He is in charge of industry and will be oversighting him. So if you have any problems with what is happening here, he needs to know on time so that issues can be resolved amicably. We want to encourage investors to come. We don't want to frustrate them. So the spirit of engagement is what we want. So I think I'm very happy with the progress, the areas that we said you promised me 5 days. The toilets will be up and in 5 days' time I will be traveling from my constituents. I'll pass through to see what is the progress. But we are happy, and I'm sure the minister also, the resident minister. Yeah. So thank you for that.
Well, we're happy as Northwest that we have such an investment, and we're very pleased about that. And I've always had an open door policy. I think we have a relationship whereby if there's anything that needs my intervention or if there are any issues that are raised, we deal with them and we get them sorted and people move on with the progress. So that we get it open, because obviously the employment will be very beneficial in Mashonaland West. That's the first place where we look at employment, so that they benefit from this partnership with you, and as well as all the issues that have been raised. I think we've looked at them. As a woman, my concern is there are not a lot of women working here. Well, okay. Yeah, we'll see. But as a woman, you always look for your women, but we're moving on. Let's move on. Let's deal with all the issues that have been raised, and so that everybody's happy, you're happy, we're happy and people are making money and working, and you are getting something from your investment as well. That is the one thing. And like we said, speak to your local leadership. They're there for you. You work together, have a healthy relationship, and even with the DA. He should have been here today, unfortunately I didn't manage to call him. But the DA should also be involved and know what's going on. And I think you also had the issue of the road that you wanted to. How's that going?
We got the design already, get approved already, and then we will start set this new intersection by this month.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think 15 days it takes.
Okay. Yeah, and the one other thing that I would like is the skills transfer. Let's have more permanent Zimbabweans working here, so that there's that. Good. So that there's that skills transfer. It's really
now
important.
is one workshop is 2 up to 5 engineers. Train the local, because a lot of local is well educated.
Yes.
So have confidence they can understand.
Yeah.
So later on, they will shift to one workshop and one channel.
Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Well done.
Now is 200 Chinese guys here. Once it run about 3 or 5 months, it will go down to 100 or 110 for both two workshops.
Like seriously? Yes. Because what bikoko? Kati. Yes. Okay. Kwasi, Dochi. Like seriously? Chati Bweke? Coco. Hey yeah, see. Comrade Bazooka Mabasa. Yeah. Chikona Mombe Okonya. Kamardara. Mashi Shadaya. Cabin crew. This is the captain speaking. Vice Group Admin. Commando Kamardara. Raposo. Jolo Kaukapa. Yes. Ibapo. Sota. Tatenda viali. Yes. 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 Like seriously? Yeah. Yes. Orchestra Gambira Kings. Vive. Orchestra Gambira Kings. Like seriously? Yes. Because Wabitoko Kati yes. Oka Kosi Dochi. Like seriously? Charge breaker.